Pride of Higara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Hello everyone. Hello. This is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard to Starship Enterprise for another episode of the Sins 2 RPG series, where we are testing out the Bablon 5 faction that I've implemented into my mod. And the ship we're currently looking at is known as the Warlock, and this this one is my favorite. Out of all the ships that we've been messing around with this series, this one is my favorite. I just love how many weapons it has. I love its abilities. I love what it looks like. It reminds me a lot of the heavy cruiser, the Titan heavy cruiser from Homeworld, and it's cool. It's more powerful than the basic capital ships, but not quite as powerful as the Victory, and I love it. I love this ship so much.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Anyways, this is our fleet. We have the Warlock destroyer, which I have named Isabella. All of the ships we're using in this series are named off of animals that I grew up with. So we have the Nova Dreadnought, which is named Sherlock, which is our current dog that we have. Lab and Blue Healer mix. He is very, very energetic. And in the future, if I ever get my own place with Princess Marie, if we ever get animals, I definitely want something that is very calm and just wants your attention, but wants to sleep all day. I don't want something that wants to go for a walk like every 2 hours.
Scouts
Too energetic
have
for
found a
me.
colonizable planet.
We have the Victory Destroyer, which is named Princess, which was my first cat that I had back when I was 10 years old. And then we have Watson over here, which was our other Lab and Blue Healer mix that we had that unfortunately died earlier this year, and which is our Omega Destroyer. And then our last one in the back is our carrier, the Avenger Carrier, which is named Daisy, which is the Basset Hound I had like 5 or something years ago. And unfortunately, she wasn't the smartest and ended up running away from fireworks that she didn't like, and then no one could find her because her collar came off when she went underneath the thing. But anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about that stuff. I'm pretty sure I said these like every single start of the episode, but that's the reason why these are all named this way. These are animals that I've owned in the past, or that me and my parents have owned in the past, and I just wanted to use their names for this series to show off the Bablon 5 ships. But yeah. Anyways, we are in this episode, we are heading up to this volcano planet up here, which is our first tier 3. We have not fought a tier 3 yet. We've only fought tier 1s and tier 2s. And this one, the introduction that I put to tier 3s is fighters. So they have the Advent fighters, the TEC fighters, the Star Furies from the Bablon 5, the TIE Interceptors and TIE Fighters from the Star Wars mod, as well as Acclimators are added in. So we have Acclimator 2 assault ships we have to worry about, Hyperion heavy cruisers we have to worry about from the TEC, or not TEC, but the Bablon 5 universe. We also have I believe we have the medium ships as well. At least we should. Those don't spawn in for some reason. Yeah, we should have medium cruisers. Maybe I forgot to copy that over. Alright. Let me see, is that something that's just in tier 3s, or do we have those in tier 4s as well? Boop 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 boop. Boop boop. That might be the ship that hasn't been spawning in properly. Tier 3. Did we not get like any tier 4s spawning on this map? Or at least ones that we haven't found? But anyways, we're supposed to have the medium cruisers in here. For some reason they did not spawn in. Okay. So this fight is going to be a little bit easier than it's supposed to. Let me just double check. Maybe I just looked over the name. No? I don't see it in the list. Okay. Always something to fix. But the medium or the medium ships for the other factions spawned in. The Acclimator 2 is supposed to be the medium cruiser for the Star Wars side, and the Hyperion heavy cruiser, despite the fact it says heavy cruiser, is supposed to be the medium size for that faction. Oops. Anyways, this one has 626 supplies, so its supply I think is about double of a tier 2. Yeah, tier 2s are around 300. I think I have these set to be like 600 to 700, something like that. But yeah. So this one's gonna be difficult. This one is gonna be difficult. So anyways, let's see how well this fleet can handle it. And in this fight, Princess should level up. She only needs 150 more experience, so we get to mess around with our level 2 things. And I believe the other ships, the Nova, the Avenger, and the Omega should all level up as well, because they only require like 320. Unfortunately, the Warlock's not going to level up because she requires like 750 because she just leveled up in the last fight. Anyways,
Reading you loud and
we need to
clear.
grab Princess, and we need to tell her to go first because she is our leader in our tank.
That's more like it. Ready for
And
battle.
then the rest of you,
Reading you loud and clear.
I need all of you to move separately.
Easily done.
Here we go.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Oh, and that auction from last episode is still going on. So that's still working fine. So we don't have to worry about the auctions like annoying us every few seconds, because it just goes on, the auction just goes on for 10,000 seconds.
Plotting jump coordinates.
Anyways, here we go. Let's get ready to fight this tier 3. Alright, we're getting really close. We're going to do the same thing that we did against the tier 2. We're going to put our formation of our ships in. So, for instance, Isabella's going to be on the top right. I'm going to flop Sherlock and Watson. Watson's going to be on the top left. Sherlock's going to be on the bottom left. And Daisy's going to be on the bottom right, where Princess will be in the middle.
Can we still turn the tide in our favor?
So let's see what happens.
Proceeding as ordered, but I don't like this.
It's okay, Princess. You'll be fine. You have reinforcements coming.
Prepared to engage, but we might need some backup.
Here they are.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Still waiting on Daisy. And there she is. Fantastic.
Standing by.
Alright.
Come in, TACOM. Over.
Fighters, I want you to fight the enemy fighters. Fight the Star Furies first.
Accelerating to attack speed. Comlink active.
Switching to combat speed. Here we go. Hopefully we can fight off this defense. I'm a little bit worried, but at the same time, kind of not, just because of how good the tier 1 and tier 2 fights have been going. Look at all these missiles. Yeah, we're going to prioritize anti-fighter and anti-missile ships because of the fact like half of our damage comes from missiles. So if they get shot down, then a lot of our DPS is going to be dropped.
Ready for battle.
And Sherlock, you're supposed to be over here.
That's more like it.
Watson,
Comlink
you move
active.
forward.
Yes, Commander.
Isabella,
At
you
once.
move forward.
Ready for
Daisy,
battle.
move forward as well.
Easily done.
How are we doing on the
Reading you
fighter
loud and
fight? They're down
clear.
to 8 Star
You made
Furies.
the right
Good.
choice.
Good, good, good.
Comlink active.
And Watson, I think you have to face the enemy to use your big cannon. So let's get in position
Easily
first.
done. Ready for battle. That's more like it. Good day, Commander. Yes, Commander. At once.
Sherlock, you get over here. You get behind Watson. Okay, not too bad. Kind of in the middle of it right now. So Princess, you go ahead and remain
Good
where you
day,
are.
Commander. Easily
Watson,
done.
you move up. Isabella, you get up in position.
Ready for battle. That's more
Sherlock,
like
you
it.
keep doing what you're doing. Activate full power to your plasma weapons so they attack faster.
Standing by.
And Daisy,
Set a course.
move up.
Good day, Commander. Ready for battle.
Alright, Watson, you're in position. Use your Giga Cannon against that one.
Good day, Commander. Ready
boop.
for battle. That's more like it. Reading you loud and clear.
Cool,
Set
cool,
a
cool.
course. Ready for battle.
There we go. Alright,
Good day, Commander.
so, Isabella, your primary objective is going to be, I want you to fight, for right now,
I'll make sure.
just fight that heavy frigate in front of you.
Comlink active.
Watson, you, actually,
Ready for
Princess,
battle.
your primary objective is going to be to fight the heavy cruisers,
This shall be our finest hour.
where
Good day, Commander.
Watson, you are going to be fighting the smaller ships.
Fire at
It's like the
will.
Disciples.
Comlink active.
And Warlock, or not Warlock, Isabella, you are going to help with the big ships.
For the home world. Good day,
Actually, what
Commander.
we should do, because again, our primary, and we're going to lose a lot of DPS if we can't take care of those anti-missile ships. So, Watson, your primary objective is going to be to fight. I want you to fight the Sentinels, but they're not here yet. Oh, there's one right there.
I'll make sure.
Take care of that
work out
Sentinel.
them. Comlink active.
Sherlock, you do more damage, so I kind of want you to fight the front lines, but probably wouldn't be a bad idea to fight the
Fire at will.
anti-missile ships, because again, most of your guys' damage, or a good chunk of your guys' damage, comes from your missiles. So if they get shot down, that's just DPS that you're not able to do.
Good day, Commander.
Alright. And they're actually not close enough because he's focusing on the Warlock. Okay. So Princess, I want you
For the home world.
focus on that.
Ready for
Isabella,
battle.
I want you to do a... we have to wait for the armor to fail. Wait for the armor to fail and then do a crap ton of damage to this acclimator.
Reading you loud and clear.
Squad leader here. Accelerating to attack speed.
Alright. We almost got all the enemy Star Furies dead, which is good. Oh.
Good day, Commander.
Yeah, some of the enemy ships are focusing on the Warlock because it's closer. That's not too good. Princess,
Yes, Commander.
I need
At
you to
once.
move out. Or I need you to move up, I should say. I don't want the Warlock to get focused, or Isabella to be focused. You're the one that's supposed to be focused because you're the tank.
Comlink active.
Ooh. Motor strike. Boom. And then I want you to use your beams to kill it quickly. That's so cool. It just chunks it. I love this ability. And by doing that, I think I used like half my antimatter. And almost dead. So close. Now it's dead. Fantastic.
This
Focus on the
shall
other
be
one.
Our finest hour.
And the princess has leveled up. Hooray! So Princess now has 13,110 shields, also takes 17,000 experience to level up, 50,115 armor, and 39,790 hull, as well as 715 antimatter, and does 26.3 DPS with its fusion beams, 17.8 with the turreted versions, and 1.7 with the interceptors. Fantastic, as well as 169 armor strength. Good gravy.
Ready for battle.
And oh, you can get this right off the bat. I forgot to set the level limit on this one. I want you to get the hyperspace disruption would be nice, because we could do a lot of damage to a group of enemy ships. We're not really ready for the quantum discharge cannon. We're not fighting ships that are like high enough, or structures that have enough defenses to survive that, considering the fact they barely survived the God Cannon.
Ready for battle.
So let's go with the hyperspace disruption. And I think this affects every unit around the princess, which is why the princess needs to stay in the middle of all of the ships. Let's see what happens. Activate. Ooh. Cool. Now, is it actually affecting everything? Like, let's go to you. Yep, you're taking damage by being in the disruption field. Cool. Now this ability might be a little bit OP. I might have to reduce the damage.
Good day, Commander.
Because it does do 40 damage per second for 60 seconds. I might have made this ability a little bit OP. Oops. Yeah, we were going to have to probably reduce that down to like 10. Because we've already killed all of the corvettes around us. Yep, okay, so I'm going to have to make a mental note to reduce this ability down to 10 and not use it anymore for the run because it's OP. Okay, cool. Alright, and now our other ships have leveled up to 3. But good to know, that's the first time I actually used that ability, so I didn't know how I was going to do after the testing. So Watson now has 22,390 armor, 18,200 hull, and 240 antimatter. Now that's 9.9 DPS with its particle beam, 7.3 with the heavy pulse cannon, and 1.8 with its interceptors, and 13.5 with the missile racks. And for your upgrade, we are going to get you Discipline, because I still don't know if the Gigaton Cannon actually works. Also, I forgot to increase the damage of the Gigaton Cannon. It's still... oh no, wait, never mind. It does increase the damage to 500 to 550. We might have to adjust that to like 575. But anyways, let's get Discipline. Alrighty. And Sherlock is also leveled up to 3. They also take 1,150 experience to level up. Takes, we now have 20,775 armor. Oh, and also Watson now has 126 armor strength. And Sherlock now has 16,895 hull and 270 antimatter. And you now do 7.4 for heavy plasma arrays, 1.9 with your interceptors, and 14.1 with your missile racks. Fantastic. And for your upgrade, we might get a missile weapon reload time so you can launch them a little bit faster. And now the other one, Daisy, is now leveled up. You now have 11,600 armor, 26,880 hull, and now have 8 Thunderbolts because you are an odd level, which means you now get another squadron, and 10 Star Furies, and now do 5.1 DPS with your pulse cannons and 1.8 with your interceptors. And I'm going to get another veteran pilot, so our pilots do 10% more damage, have 30% more hull, and 10% more, or 10% hull regeneration. Cool.
Ready for battle.
But yeah, we basically killed every single corvette around us. Oh, and it's still active too. Yeah, I like this ability. It's really cool, but we need to reduce the damage down to like 10. Because it's 10 would be a 600 altogether if they stay inside. We might make it 15. Because 15 would be 900 damage. But right now it does 2,400 damage, which is enough to pretty much kill anything that is... Yeah, we might have to reduce it down to 5 then. No, 10 should be fine. Because 10 would be 600. And it would still be enough. Yeah, we're gonna have to reduce it down to like 5. At least for the first level, because I want this to get more powerful the higher it gets. So we might do 5, and then the upgrade would be like 6, then 7, then 8. I like how much antimatter it requires, but it does way too much damage. So I'm not going to be using this ability anymore for this run. But now we know. Now we know.
Good day, Commander.
Alright. So, Sherlock, I want you
Start making
focus
your
on the
dinner
Sentinels.
This won't take long.
Same thing with Watson.
Comlink active.
Princess, you focus on the
Targets
front
in
line.
sight. Let's take him out.
Same thing with
Ready
Warlock,
for battle.
or same thing with
Start
Isabella.
making your dinner plans.
And Daisy, well,
This
since all the
won't take
Corvettes are
long.
killed, you can focus on the
Good day,
long-range
Commander.
Corvettes.
Start making your dinner plans. This won't take long.
Yeah. And see, now it's ready to go again.
Comlink active.
I do like its limited range. Like, its range for this ability feels good, but its damage needs to be drastically reduced down to like 5. 5 would be 300 damage to every ship within that circle. And I feel like that would be a little bit more fair. And it's possible I could also adjust it to where it doesn't affect Corvettes. I might make that adjustment as well. Because if we do that, then I feel more comfortable having it up at 10. Because 10 would be 600 damage altogether, which for an acquaintance would be enough to almost kill the shields. For a light cobalt, it would kill the shields and do a slight amount of damage. Yeah, let's keep it at 5. 5 feels good. Because again, it has no number of how many enemies it can fight, so the damage it does needs to be very low. So you don't just do what happened earlier, where you just completely wipe out half of the enemy fleet with just one ability. But that's the whole point of testing. In fact, while we're fighting, let me go ahead and... Oh, I shouldn't do that, because that cuts out the audio.
Ready for battle.
I'll make that adjustment once we get done with this fight. Yeah, so far we did good, despite the fact of what happened earlier. Isabella's shields are still online, down to about a third. Princess's shields is online, down to about probably 15%. Watson took a little bit of damage, took about 2,000 armor damage, but still looking good. Daisy took a slight amount of armor damage, but still looking good. And same thing with Sherlock. So yeah, everything's looking good. Looking good in the neighborhood. But this tier 3 is cleared. I don't consider this a successful clear because of the how OP the hyperspace disruption ability is. But again, we got it tested, and now I have the data I need to make it balanced and feel better.
Comlink active.
But anyways, Sherlock, you have to wait for your antimatter to replenish because you were still using your plasma ability. So we can take it as over. We also need to research this. Nope. That's fine.
research
Doesn't
here
matter.
complete.
It's not what I meant to do.
Scouts have found a
Volcano
colonizable
research
planet.
done, so we can take over this planet. We'll go back here, fight this tier 1, and then there's a tier 2 over here with a derelict, so we can fight that next.
Civilian research complete.
And then fight this tier 1, and then fight this tier 3, and kind of redeem ourselves from what happened earlier. But I think my plan for this series is we're going to keep fighting these planets. Eventually, hopefully we can find a tier 4. I don't think any tier 4s actually spawned on this map, which is weird. It's very weird and strange. There's nothing above tier 3. So I guess because of that, we're gonna fight around until we get to like, I would say a level 5. Get our main ships to level 5, and then we'll come down here, and then we'll have a big fight of taking over the graveyard and then going straight to the pirate base, because the pirates are gonna keep fighting us as we try to take over the graveyard. And that's where we're gonna end the series, and hopefully we can do that by the time we reach level 6. Because there's no tier 4s or tier 5s on this map, so we can't push ourselves even any higher than fighting these tier 3s without fighting the NPCs. So yeah,
Hey, Commander.
I'm gonna go ahead and take over this planet, move our ships out of the way, and we're gonna quickly fight this tier 1 and move over to here. Fight this tier 2, tier 1, and tier 3, and then that's where we're gonna end the episode for today. And honestly, I think we're gonna do one more episode after that, because there's nothing above tier 3s on this map, where we're gonna fight this tier 3, fight this graveyard, and then fight the pirate base. Because we haven't done any research so far, and I'm still feeling pretty confident in our abilities to fight NPCs with this fleet. Because these ships are a little bit more powerful than a traditional capital ship, so feels good. But anyways, I will be back when we're ready to move in. Oh, and I guess before I go, let's figure out what we can do for research, because we have 12,000 credits. I want to increase our hull, which this will also help. Oh, what's our survivability on our fighters now? 46 armor, 32 hull on our Star Furies. The 1.4 DPS we do with the pulse cannons, and 2.4 we do with the fighter missile rack. And then for the Thunderbolts, we have 75 armor and 52 hull. Do 1.5 damage with the pulse cannons and 2.8 with the heavy missile racks. So yeah, they're getting powerful for a fighter class ship. So anyways, let's get hull reinforcement. And then after that, we're going to increase our antimatter reserves. And what does that put us up to?
Complete.
For Watson, you now have 18,885 hull. Nice. Sherlock now has 17,530 hull. Daisy now has 27,890 hull, so almost up to 30k. Isabella now has 19,570 hull. Looking good. And Princess has 41,285 hull. And our fighters now have 36 hull on the Star Furies and 58 hull on the Thunderbolts. And now I want to get efficient generators. And I think after this, we'll start putting modules on our ships. Start installing, I would say probably antimatter batteries first to get our antimatter reserves up higher. And then we might start installing like more armor modules and stuff.
Military research complete.
Alright, and this puts Watson up to 264 antimatter, Sherlock up to 297 antimatter, Daisy up to 330 antimatter, Isabella up to 424, and Princess up to 786. Cool. Getting there. Starting to get up there. And we need 1,150 experience to level up to 4. Okay.
Standing by. Ready
But
for
anyways,
battle. That's more
let's
like
go ahead and
it.
take over this planet. We'll get ready to fight this tiny asteroid. And then we'll fight this tier 2 with its derelict on it. Oh, and I've also redone the derelicts where they have a chance to spawn different factions. So they can be a TEC derelict, they can be an Advent derelict, a Vasari, and a Star Wars derelict. I couldn't get the Bablon 5 derelict to work because whenever I would implement it, derelicts would stop spawning. I guess because the amount of derelicts I had in queue was too high and I couldn't figure out what to do. So we only have those 4, unfortunately. but we have a tier 1, tier 2, and a tier 3 version of each one. So like this one down here is a tier 2 version of the Fasari. And this one up here is a tier 1 version of the TC. This one up here is a tier 2 version of the Advent. Another one here as well, which is a tier 1 version of the Star Wars one. So yeah, we'll go more in details of that stuff later. Probably save that for the main series. But again, we're waiting for Sherlock to take over this planet, and then we will move out. All right, we are moving out to the tier 1, and surprisingly, looking at Princess, her shields are still recharging, so she takes a really long time to restore her shields when they get low. And as we arrive, tier 1 should be relatively simple.
Good day, Commander.
So it
Easily done.
shouldn't be anything too difficult. Yeah. I really want to know how much damage we would have took at that tier 3 if we didn't actually use that ability. Oh, and I was adjusting this ability while I was waiting for the ships to arrive, and for some reason I kept multiplying 40 by 60 or by 100. So with my adjustments, it's going to do 5 damage per second for an entire minute, which is equal to 300 damage, and that should be fine. Because as Princess gets higher and higher level and you put more upgrade points into the hyperspace disruption, it'll do more and more damage. Alright, Watson has arrived. Same with Isabella and Sherlock. Let's get them up here in position. We don't really need to put them in some sort of defensive position just because of the fact that this is a tier 1 and we're level 2 and level 3 with some research done, so we should be able to handle this no problem.
Reading you loud and clear. Set a course.
So everyone move up. Get up in position. I'm just going to have the fighters do whatever they want. I don't think anyone should level up with this fight. We need 1,150 for the main part of the fleet. Isabella actually might level up. I forgot she's still level 2. So that would be good. And then we can get Isabella's third ability. So we can disable enemy shields, do a massive damage to enemy armor, and do a massive just amount of damage overall. But so far, again, really enjoying this group. A little bit sad that tier 4s and tier 5s didn't spawn on this map, but again, that's fine. This is a testing series. So my plan currently is to wipe out a couple of these planets, and then we're gonna move down to here, come up here, fight this one, and then fight this tier 3, and then we're gonna move into this tier 3, fight off the fine frigates, and then move into the pirate base, and that's gonna be the end of it. Hopefully at the end of this episode we'll have everything up to here, and then we'll have one more episode, which might be a pretty long one, where we're going to be fighting this planet, and this planet, because this is going to happen all at once. Because once we start fighting this planet, the graveyard will start fighting us, and then which will force us to move into the graveyard, and then once we fight the graveyard, the pirates will be fighting us, which will force us to move into the pirate base. So this is all going to be at the same time, which is going to be fun. But anyways, Isabella has leveled up to 3. Hooray! She now has 7,020 shields, 27,245 armor, and 22,120 hull with 462 antimatter. Fantastic. Fantastic. And your ability is going to be the shield field feedback, which once we get to that tier 3, we'll test out and we'll see how well it works.
Ready for battle. Good day, Commander.
I'm excited to find out. And I've already made the adjustments to the defense matrix, so in the next time I test the Bablon 5 ships, that should work better.
Active.
But for now, the only weapons that he's going to be using is the quantum charge cannon, which we'll get in the next when Princess levels up to 3. Speaking of that, how much does Isabella require to level up? 1,625. Nice. And the rest of these need about 600 experience points to level up to 4. It's cool.
Good day, Commander. Yes, Commander, at once.
And you guys, yeah, move in
Start making
and
your
fight the
dinner
acquaintance.
plans. This won't
I still have the
take
guys
long.
set to not move in, so they stay in formation. But go, go, go! Launch all of the missiles! So cool. That is so cool. Just hammering that acquaintance. Love it. Oh, how much DPS do you do now? Because you leveled up. You do 8.8 on your heavy rail cannons, 5.5 on your heavy pulse cannons, 1.8 on your interceptors, 16.5 on your missile racks, and 1.8 on your pulse cannons. Indeed. Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
Comlink active. That's more like it.
Alright. Let's go ahead and take this planet over. Actually, we don't really need to take any planets over, since I kind of figured out how I want to do this thing. Let's do it
Ready
anyways.
for battle. Yes,
Just so we know how
Commander,
many
at
planets we
once.
have cleared.
Good day, Commander.
And then we'll get this ship in position and we'll get ready to fight the ship graveyard, which has a tier 2 defense force on it and a tier 1 derelict on it. Now, derelicts I have modified. One, they have a much larger radius, so that's so more ships can spawn in and more of them will see you as you get closer. And this is like all intermixed, which is going to be interesting. But also, I still need to adjust the capture time. I keep forgetting to do that. I have it set to 10 minutes. I want to reduce it down to 5. But the only thing you get now is credits. You don't get experience anymore. And that is also just because of the fact there's more ships that spawn here. So killing the enemy ships is what gives you your experience, not looting the derelict. So tier 1s, I believe I have it set to give you 1,000 to 1,500 credits. Tier 2s will give 3,000 to 3,500, and tier 3s give 5,000 to 6,000, I think. That's also plus the credits you get from killing the enemy ships, because we get credits every time we do damage. So yeah, anyways, let's get this planet taken over. And then we'll move the fleet out. We'll take over this tier 2, and then we'll take over this tiny tier 1, fight this tier 3 for an actual legit battle, and that's where we're gonna end the episode. And then the next episode will be the final episode, because we're gonna be fighting this tier 3, fighting the fine frigates, and then fighting the pirate base. That should be enough data for testing for the Bablon 5 ships. Alright, we are arriving at the graveyard. Let's see how well we do with extra skirmishers and defensors set up to defend the derelict. Now, the way I set up the derelicts, I did give them a couple different ships they could use, and I just set it to be random at a weight of 5, which means it could select nothing but skirmishers, it could set nothing but defensors. So it's gonna make for some very interesting fleet combinations that we have to fight over if we want the derelict. But anyways, we are arriving. Time to go to combat speed.
This won't be so easy.
Princess, let's go ahead and move up.
This won't be so easy.
And yep, the I don't think the ones owned by the derelicts see us yet, but I think they are rotating to see us. Nope, not yet. They're kind of ignoring us. Okay, cool. And the rest of the fleet, yep, is arriving momentarily. There we are.
Comlink active.
Isabella,
Easily done.
move up here.
Ready for battle.
Watson, you move up
Yes,
here.
Commander. At once. Good day, Commander.
Sherlock, move
That's
over here.
more like it.
Go ahead and divert power to plasmas.
Our fleet is under attack.
And
Standing
Daisy,
by.
you get
Moving
behind Princess. Alright,
Ready for battle. Easily done. Good day, Commander. That's more like it. Comlink active.
actually, yeah, you're supposed to be over
Easily
here
done.
by Watson.
Comlink
You're supposed to be
online.
over here by
You
Isabella.
made the right choice.
And the derelict guys still aren't moving in. Still standing over there. Perfectly fine by me.
Good day, Commander. Easily done.
Watson, go ahead and activate your splash ability. Was that like the version of the finest hour that's just splash? That's funny. And boop. You fire a gigaton cannon at that to do some AoE damage against all those enemies.
Comlink active. That's more like it.
Moving out.
Boys, move out.
Come in, TACOM, over.
Fighters, I want you to
Accelerating to
focus on the
attack
raiders. Oop. Looks like one of the derelict defenders saw us, so they moved in. There's another one I think is seeing us now. We're getting too close to their borders.
Comlink active. Easily done.
Okay, continue moving up, Sherlock.
Ready for
Now,
battle.
Watson, I want you to focus on, I guess,
I'll make
the
short
skirmishers.
work out of them.
Princess,
Comlink active.
you focus on the
For
skirmishers
the
as
whole
well.
world. Ready for battle.
Isabella,
This
focus on
shall
the
be our
sentinels.
finest hour.
Standing by.
And Daisy,
Battle
focus on the
station.
missile corvettes. Yeah, because we're losing all of our fighters. Which means once all of our fighters die, they're going to start focusing on our missile launchers.
Ready for battle.
Alright, Isabella, let's use your shield ability. Use it on you. See what it does. Isabella, are you going to use it? I might have messed up this ability. Oh, wait a minute. I might have accidentally set the duration to the wrong value. I think I have to wait 60 seconds for it to fire. After it sees its target. Oops.
Comlink
This is
active.
why I shouldn't be in charge of anything.
Ready for battle.
But anyways,
Comlink active.
once it actually
Comlink
activates, it'll be
online.
really cool and amazing.
Comlink active.
Yeah, it's charging up its ability. Oh wait, no, that's it's getting hit by its shields, which is a really cool shield effect. because it like dissipates. That's cool. Yeah, I think that's what I did. I think I messed up the initial fire time and the cooldowns. I think those two numbers are mixed.
Good day, Commander.
Oh boy.
Ready for battle.
But anyways, you normies,
Start making your dinner
continue
plans.
focusing on the Sentinels.
This won't take long. Good day, Commander.
Yeah, because it's not firing at all because it's trying to fire its ability.
Comlink active.
Comlink online.
Comlink active.
Alright.
Good day, Commander.
Princess, stop focusing on the fighters. I need you to focus on... Ooh, the Lancers.
I'll make this short.
Yeah, focus on
and
killing the
sweet.
Lancers.
Comlink active.
Oh boy. You know, it probably would have been smart to test it before I did the series, but that's what makes the series fun. Beams! Beams! Cool. It's almost ready to fire! So close. So freaking close. And come on. And it's not gonna fire, is it? I think I broke this ability. Okay. Be sure I'm
Ready for battle.
alright.
Targets in sight.
Always focus on
Let's take 'em
disciples.
out. Good day, Commander. Start making your dinner plans. This won't take long.
Kill the flak
Ready
frigates.
for battle.
You take
Start
care of the
making your dinner
raiders.
plans. This won't take long. Reading
You-
you loud and clear. I've got a clean shot. Comlink active.
Yeah, I think I might have broke it. Sorry, everyone else.
Ready for battle.
We gotta save Isabella from herself.
Start making your dinner
Please
plans.
kill this.
This won't take long. Comlink active.
I hope the game doesn't crash once I kill this guy. Come on.
Ready for battle. Easily done. That's more like it.
Crap. Alright, note to self, never use this ability.
Yes, Commander. At once.
Now, Isabella is stuck. Oops.
Good day, Commander.
Okay.
I'll make this short and sweet.
Once we clear this map, I'll save and reload and see if that fixes her. If not, then we might have to end the series because I don't want to do the rest of the match without Isabella. But anyways, let's continue with 4 of our ships.
Ready for battle.
Actually, we have killed it. Let me go ahead and try to reload real quick and just see what happens.
Link active.
Nope. Isabella's still busted. Okay. That sucks.
Ready for battle.
Now there is something I can do, and I might try it real quick. Let's go ahead and tell everyone to stop. Do not attack. And let's retreat. I'm thinking if Isabella
Yes, Commander.
goes
At
to
once.
crippled stage, then she might, oh, wait.
Good day,
Nope, she fixed
Commander.
herself. Hooray!
Standing
Hooray for reloading. Never mind. Okay.
by. Easily done.
So I think it was just still, I think when I reloaded it, okay, I don't know what happened. All I know is she's working. Never mind.
Yes,
I am happy
Commander, at
again.
once.
We can finish up the series. So yeah,
Ready
note
for
to self,
battle.
never use this ability. Apparently it's a little bugged. And it could be something on my end. Maybe there's something I just didn't do right. Or maybe the reload fixed it. But I'm kind of scared to find out now.
Comlink active. Easily done. Ready for battle.
I have to try. Yeah, I don't know why. But for some reason, that glitches. Okay. Well, I know how to fix it.
Good day, Commander.
Let's go ahead and kill this guy. Bug testing with Captain Soban.
Start making your dinner plans. This won't take long.
Kill it. There we go. And then once it's completely killed,
Ready for battle.
save and reload.
Reading you loud and clear.
Okay. So apparently to fix it, once the enemy is dead, you just turn the autocast on, autocast off, and then it figures itself out. Okay. Weird. Still don't know why it's not working, but won't use that ability anymore.
Ready for
So this
battle.
ability I need to figure out what's going on with it, and then the capture
day,
ability that
Commander.
Watson has, I have to figure out what's going on with that one, because that one's not working either.
Standing by.
Oh well. But anyways, we have cleared out the derelict, and now we are just gonna have to sit here and wait until it gets until we can get captured.
Yes, Commander. At once.
But we did take a decent amount of damage because Victoria was a little bit out of commission for part of that battle. We have taken about 1,600 from Daisy on armor, about 500 from Sherlock. I think we took about, I want to say about 6,000 or 7,000 because I don't think our shields were completely up yet on Princess, and about 2,000 on Watson. So again, still nothing major. But anyways, we're gonna wait for this derelict to get captured, and then we can use a couple of our credits to put some modules on our ships. And then we'll make our way over to this tier 1, and then we'll make our way over to this tier 3. And once we take over this tier 3, we're gonna end this episode, and then the next episode will be the final one where we're gonna fight these 3 ones. Because I have more bug testing to do with my mod, apparently. Alright, the derelict is now been searched, so now we have 11,000 credits, which allows us to have 2
Ready
modules
for
on that we can install on our ships. Because modules are the same price as research, they just require a certain exotic, depending on what it is. So like for instance, the offensive ones require Terranite, defensive ones require Aduranium, and then utility requires Colonite. I forgot to set up a the one the colonnade for the choir. So this one is still free. And same thing with squadron hangers. Those are still free too. So we're not going to be using those. We're not going to be using this one anyways because we don't use spell power. That's an admin thing. But I was thinking about putting a antimatter engine or antimatter battery on Sherlock to help increase the maximum amount of antimatter it has, and then putting an extra squadron hanger on Daisy so that it can have another fighter squadron. But because there's no price, it would be, in my book, considered cheating because this is free, and that's free because I was testing it. And so yeah, we're not going to be doing that. Instead, what we're going to do is we're definitely going to be putting a antimatter engine on Sherlock because he definitely needs more antimatter capacity. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And then we might also put one on Isabella.
Good day, Commander.
That might not be a bad idea. To help increase the maximum amount of antimatter that Isabella has, because the assault cannon and god cannon are going to be quite expensive, and unfortunately we can't use shield feedback because it glitches. But getting her more antimatter so she can use these more frequently would be nice, because we're still quite some time until level 6, so we're not going to be able to take advantage of her reactor anytime soon. And we can always replace these in the future for other things. So yeah, let's go ahead and add that to Isabella. So that will be our 2 modules.
Battle.
Let's see what we go up with on Sherlock. We're at 297 right now. This should be more than 50 because we invested in
Item complete,
an antimatter.
Commander.
Yep, it went up to 352. So it went up, I think, 55 instead of 50 because the 10% improvement we have to antimatter technology from that research tree. So yeah, that's why in the future, this early in the game, the modules you put on your ships probably aren't that useful. They'll definitely be more useful to mid to late game. But because of the fact I want to test these items and the fact that we're, after we take over the pirate base, basically ending the series, I want to install these things early.
Good day, Commander.
And so Isabella's at 462. Let's see what she goes up to once her antimatter battery is installed. 517. So she went up again, 55. So yeah, because it's 50 plus 5 from the research we did. Cool. So she's now over 500 antimatter. So she'll be able to use these abilities a little bit longer once we get into the endurance fighting. So cool. And we can also put a lot of these on, because yeah, we can fill her entire inventory up, which is nothing but antimatter batteries if we want to give her more antimatter. So yeah, cool. I enjoy that. Anyways, the next thing I want to do is quickly take over this tier 1 here, and then we're going to go ahead and end this episode because I've been having to put a lot of cuts in this episode from all the traveling and all the issues, not really issues, the bugs that we found from the faction. And this isn't anything to do with the developer or anything like that. This is my fault. I think there's just certain items and certain buffs that I forgot to transfer over to make the abilities work properly. So I need to do a little bug testing to figure that out after I get done with this series.
Comlink active.
Yeah, anyways, we are going to travel to that planet, and I will be back whenever we get ready to engage it. Alright, we are approaching Solon, a simple tier 1. This should be really easy to clear out. And then once we take this planet over, we will prepare ourselves to take over this tier 3. And I think the next episode, which we'll be using to fight that one,
Ready for battle.
I think it's just going to have to be a really long episode. Because I want to fight this tier 3, and then once we fight that one, we're going to fight this one, set up a defensive formation, fight the graveyard, and then make probably another defensive formation, and then fight the pirate base. So it's going to be it's gonna be a lot happening in the next episode. I was hoping to get that tier 3 done, but I'm honestly not sure how long this episode is from all the cutting I've been doing, and I didn't want to go too far over an hour. So hopefully this is a good time. Anyways, the fleet has arrived. Sherlock, I'd like you to get up a little bit closer.
Yes, Commander.
We'll let Isabella, you move up as well. Everyone, yeah, just move up and kill the enemy. Star Furies and Thunderbolts, I want you guys to focus on the Olympics. The Olympus, not Olympics. Corvettes. Just try to wipe them out.
Good day, Commander.
Princess, I want you to focus on the skirmishers. Sherlock, you focus on the Arquaintans. Watson, focus on the Disciples.
Good day, Commander.
Isabella, you focus on the heavy frigates.
Let's take them out.
And Daisy, you focus on the defensors.
This won't take long.
Okay,
Reading you loud
we don't
and clear.
really need to use any of our
Got a clean
abilities.
shot.
We should be able to handle this. Again, this is just a simple tier 1. I do want to use my God Cannon, because I love it. Boom! It's so cool. That is just like the ion cannon that the Nicole battleship has. That cannon right there is probably my new favorite. It's so powerful. Yeah, that didn't take as much antimatter as it used to. That's cool. Because our capacities have gotten higher. We're getting higher level in research and upgrades.
Comlink active.
Cool. Ooh, we need 30 experience points to level up, so we should get enough on this fight to level everything up. I don't know if Daisy's gonna level up. She's gonna be extremely close, because she's a little bit behind compared to the other ones. Yeah, maybe. We still have 4 skirmishers to kill. And 2 light frigates. Hey! Watson and Sherlock have both leveled up. Nice. Ooh yeah, Daisy should level up. She only needs 2 more EXP. There she goes. Hooray! Okay. And Sherlock, for you, I think I am going to give you additional power to plasma weapons. It's going to take a little bit more antimatter, but you'll have an 8% additional attack speed with those weapons now.
Ready for
And
battle.
Watson, for you, I think I need to increase the area damage for gigaton cannons to like, well, it's an area of effect, so never mind. 500 to 550 or 3 to 6 on the splash damage. Let's improve our gigaton ability.
Good day, Commander.
And then Daisy, your upgrade is going to increase your armada. So you now have 2 additional squadrons. So now you have 12 Thunderbolts and 10 Star Furies at your disposal. Fantastic. And
Comlink
Sherlock,
active.
you don't mind? Please take over the
Yes,
planet.
Commander, at once.
Oh wait, Isabella, you're a different level scale. I was like, wait a minute, why is Isabella cheaper and she's a level 3? 1,725 experience is now required to level up to 5. Next one, I believe, to level up is the Princess. She only needs 350 experience and she'll be level 3. Cool. Cool. Anyways, as we are colonizing this planet, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. The next episode should be the last one. It's probably gonna be a long one because there's no real way for me to stop it. I could stop it when we just take over the first planet, but that's only gonna be like 20 something minutes. And I don't want to make an episode that short, so it's probably going to be a good hour, hour and a half long. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully it'll be a good finale for this series. I wasn't expecting this series to go long, and because of the fact we're having issues with some of the abilities, because I didn't properly test them before the series started, because I was excited and I wanted to show off the ships and show off the mechanics. So, oh, also speaking of that, how much, I forgot to go through the stats of our ships. So, Sherlock, we'll start with you. You now have 23,170 armor, 19,550 hull, and 377 antimatter. You do 7.5 DPS with your plasma rays. You now do 2.0 with your point defense weapons, your interceptors, and 14.9 with your missile racks. You also now have 123 armor strength. So, yeah, getting up there.
Ready for battle.
Watson now has 24,975 armor, 21,065 hull, so broke 20,000 on hull, and 286 antimatter. You also have 10.3 damage with your particle beams, 7.3 DPS, 7.5 DPS with your pulse cannons, 1.9 with your interceptors, and 14 with your missile racks. You also now have 129 armor strength. But yeah, getting up there. And then Daisy now has 12,940 armor, 30,630 hull, so she broke 30,000 on hull, 358 on antimatter. You do 5.2 DPS with your pulse cannons and 1.8 with your interceptor, and now have 76 armor strength. Fan-flippin'-tabulous. But yeah, anyways guys, in the next episode, we are going to be fighting another tier 3. We're not going to be using the destruction or the hyperspace distortion field for this fight because it's OP without my current adjustments, or without the new adjustments I just made. So we're going to see how well we fight that. Our shields might actually fail, which is going to be exciting. And then once we take this planet over, we have another tier 3 we're going to be fighting. And this one's going to be interesting because once we start fighting this planet, these guys are going to start sending their raiding party to us. So we'll have to deal with them as well. So we have to take over this planet, build up a defensive fortress, or some defenses, or build up a kind of like a repair area, which I still haven't shown that part off, and get ready to fight the graveyard, because once we start fighting the graveyard, the pirates are also going to be moving in, so we're going to be fighting the graveyards and the pirates at the same time, but also the pirates and the graveyards hate each other, so it's going to be a weird three-way fight to take over this planet. But once we take this over, we'll do the same thing, build some repair stations to get our fleet up and operational, and then fight the pirates. And this is all going to happen in the next episode. So it's going to be long, but it's going to be fun and exciting. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this series, and also hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please leave a like. If you like what I do, consider subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Baker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.